Hey guys, okay, this is a maiden flight, and you might think that a bit strange because I've maidened Focke Wolf 190 before, but this one is a new one. It was given to me by the local hobby store who sold me my original one because, well, I had so many problems with my original one that I had to replace, apart from the motor, all the electronics, the ESCs, all the servos, the receiver, everything. Even retracts died on it when I wasn't even landing on them. It's a bit of a jinx model, so I didn't go back to the shop and complain. I just kept going back and buying the parts, and eventually the hobby store owner, who's a good friend of mine, asked me what was going on, and I told him, so he gave me this one, and I've still got my original one. My original one now has all new electronics in it and flies nicely. I've had quite a lot of flights now, but this one I built up last night. It's got a couple of differences to the other one. First one is he gave me a plug and play, which that's fair enough, I don't care. So I put a Hobby King orange receiver in there, and this has got Hobby King retracts. Now they're not 74 degree, so they do look a little bit odd on the ground. The wheels aren't actually straight, as you can see. I don't care about that, but in terms of how they work and how they fit, there is no difference whatsoever to the E-flite ones, apart from that angle there, and they actually retract quite a little bit slower. So anyway, this is going to be a maiden, as I said. Just going to do a quick flight with this. So they're getting a little bit windy now, and we'll see how we go. Absolutely no issues getting into the air. Wheels have gone up nicely, and I won't fly it for too long. I won't do like a full 5-minute flight on it. I'll just fly it for 2 or 3 minutes. I just want to get an idea of its trim. Doesn't seem too far away, to be honest, and just make sure that that orange receiver is responding the way a genuine Spectrum receiver does. And I obviously wanted to test how it was going to run on those retracts. Now that looked absolutely fine on the ground. I mean, not true to scale with the way they look, but I don't care about that. The other one has the E-flite retracts. And I just wanted to say that these retracts that I bought from Hobby King, the pair, were $12. $12. Now, I haven't had too much experience with Hobby King retracts, although I do run a set on a Dynam Meteor, and they've done hundreds of takeoffs. I don't really land on them, but then I don't really land on my E-flite retracts either. I always barely land. So, you know, $12, and the E-flite ones are $124. And you have to ask yourself, really, as much as I do really like Parkzone and E-flite, I think they are incredible models that they make, reliability, flyability. You got to ask yourself sometimes about where the cost of their items go to. You could say, well, customer support would be a little bit in there. Well, you're probably right, but then considering these were $12, I'd have to buy 10 pairs before I equal one pair of E-flite retracts. So anyway, that's just one little gripe, but it's not much of a gripe. I do still love all my E-flite and Parkzone stuff, and this model, it's flying no different with the orange receiver, and it took off no different with those Hobby King retracts. So that's a successful maiden for me. I'm just going to land it now because it is getting a bit windy, and then I'm going to do another video of my twister that's over there on the ground, because I did a paint job on that and I put a new motor in it. I'm going to see how that goes, and I'll film that.